Hey guys, it's Ross going on Space Couch today. I've got my Kim Stanley Robinson book collection for you. So let's get right into it. First of all, we have this, one of the early ones, Icehenge. What this is about is people have discovered an Icehenge at Pluto's North Pole. Slabs of ice frozen harder than stone, towering 200 feet above the crater-pocked surface. The central slab bears an inscription in Sanskrit. Is it a message from an alien race, or was it visitors from Earth decades earlier? And there were rumours of a ship that passed out this way. Not New Horizons, obviously something much later. So yes, that was quite interesting. I've had that one for quite some time. Don't recall all the details of what happened, but it's pretty good. Now, I do also have, I think it's the Gold Coast, that is very similar to that one of those smaller format books. You see how thin that is. Kim Stanley Robinson does not write thin books anymore. Now, if you're going to talk about KSR, you absolutely have to mention the Mars Trilogy. The first part of which is this, Red Mars, an absolute classic of the genre, packed full of scientific detail on how you would physically start terraforming Mars and colonizing it. You know, Kim Stanley Robinson, he goes into a lot of detail about the detail, you know, but still absolutely fantastic. Politics, economics, psychology, terraforming, science, you name it, it's in here. This is obviously part one of that trilogy that details the journey of the first 100 as they're trying to colonize Mars, and what happens in the years and decades that follows as Earth becomes more and more corporate owned, climate change becomes uncontrollable, and there's generalized wars all the time, wanting to exploit Mars for its resources and also to settle populations from Earth there. Part 2, Green Mars. As you can see, the terraforming is indeed underway on this one. Yes, civil war on Mars. The first 100 have been scattered and they're being hunted down by the Earth Corp governments. Yes, very interesting. Transnationals are essentially buying and selling entire countries. It's not so far off from what is happening now, to be fair, is it? Now, the third part of that incredible trilogy is this, Blue Mars, after the planet has been terraformed and is habitable, and you walk outside on the surface without any sort of suit or rebreather apparatus, you know? It's like, what does Mars do then? And this is all about the politics of Mars, trying to figure out how is Mars going to be governed in the future. Constitutions, elections, all of that. So from what I recall, the Congress is selected by national lottery, and the Constitution is essentially every constitution, every decent constitution, you know, as an aspirational document, you know, and that's where they will take their main inspiration from for the form of their government. Also, if I recall correctly, what was the currency called? The sequin, the Martian sequin. Its unit of value is based on the price of hydrogen peroxide. Like currencies here have got gold essentially as their backup, you know, except they don't really, but you know what I mean. So yes, the Mars Trilogy, stunning work, you know. Required reading, I think, for anyone who wants to go to Mars in the years to come. And should be for the colonists as well. I expect Elon Musk has read that many times. Probably met Kim Stanley Robinson many times and bounced ideas off of him. Now, I also have, and I have reviewed this one, Galileo's Dream. This was a great book, again, quite thick. Yeah, look at Mars, Blue Mars, Green Mars, Red Mars. That is what you call a doorstopper. Yes, all of his books are these days. So yes, this is one, I did review this recently. Galileo has been visited by people from the future in his dreams to try and change the course of the future. It was fantastic. I really liked it. Always with Kim Stanley Robinson, so much of it is actually actual fact. You know, Galileo's life is based on Galileo's life, the real Galileo. So yes, very interesting. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, one of the more recent ones is this, 2312. No prizes for guessing when it came out. It came out in 2012. This is obviously set 300 years from that point. It's kind of as a follow-on to the Mars Trilogy in that I think events from that are referenced, you know. But this book is at least one, if not 200 years after that Mars Trilogy. So yes, it's all about how humanity is spread out throughout the solar system and how quantum computers are essentially turned into AIs. And some of them have implanted themselves into human bodies. Not humans, but human bodies. They're called the Cubans. Yes, very interesting. And they're trying to bring about the downfall of humanity. What a surprise. So yes, very interesting and intriguing. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Again, it's a long one, but that's what you expect with Kim Stanley Robinson. I don't have his Science in the Capital series. I think it was at 40 Signs of Rain and I don't know, whatever it was. There was names like that. There's 2 or 3 of them, which I'm sure I will pick up in due course, but he's absolutely one of my favourite authors. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.